All right, good afternoon, everybody. What if I told you after 60, it's not about how much you can lift or how many steps you can walk or how many miles you can walk or anything like that, but it's about three things: your physical wellness, your purpose, and your happiness or peace. Right now, I'm in a peaceful place. So what you want to do is nail these three things and you'll age with energy, confidence, and happiness and peace. And as I get older, that peace means more and more. Let's talk about the physical wellness part first. You guys probably know this part the most because I talk about it a lot. It's not about doing extremes, although if you're a person that likes to work out extreme, kind of like I do, that's fine. Although it's mostly for younger guys or guys who are in great shape. It's about maintenance, mobility, and momentum. You want to keep what muscle you have or build a little muscle if you don't have any, because as you get up in your 70s and 80s, you're going to need that muscle. For your mobility. And you want momentum because we want to get better as we age. And yeah, you heard me right. We want to get better as we age. We want to improve as we age. I know I do. So strength training, is making for all about keeping your muscle, building a little muscle, and making your bones stronger, which we need as we get older. We all are aware of this. We know people who have fallen and broken their hips and different things, or fall all the time, and so that's why we need that. Second, we need walking, stretching, balance work. Not too many people do balance work, but you really need it. That strength training helps with your balance, but you can get a little more or help yourself a little more by doing balance work. It'll help you keep moving well throughout the rest of your life. Something that's very, very overlooked and more important than ever is recovery, your sleep, your hydration, and your nutrition. Those things are vitally important that you're eating correctly, eating the food you need, taking in tons of water and electrolytes, and getting sleep, trying to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night, and just recovering from your workouts. If you're working out, you could, as far as strength training, take a day between your workouts. Work it out 2-3 days a week. Hey, that's great. Now, you don't have to train like an athlete unless you want to, and I know some of us do. We like training like that. It may seem crazy, but we like training like that for different reasons. But the key is you just have to stay in the game. You have to keep working on it, working to get better. So what's one small thing you're doing now to stay physically active? Can you build on that? Can you add something to it? Change something to get a little better? What can you do? There's probably something you're doing, yard work, something that you can add on to make a little better. And this sun is hot on my back. I think I'm facing in the wrong direction. One thing you can do if you're a walker, and I have some videos about that, will be in the description, is to do Japanese interval training. It's a way of speeding up your walking slow, speeding up, walking slow, speeding up, without doing like HIIT training where you kill yourself. The second thing is your purpose. Your physical wellness keeps your body alive. Doing all the physical stuff keeps your body alive. But your purpose, your why, keeps your spirit alive. You want something meaningful to work towards. I'm going to give you a couple examples. You want a project, a goal, a passion that'll keep you mentally strong. And some examples are like, I like to hike, and I went and found 7 new waterfalls about 2 weeks ago up in the foothills of the mountains, and I hiked those waterfalls. I love being out in nature. It's so peaceful. Traveling to new places, that's kind of my passion. Not just nationally across the country, but internationally. Some of you know that if you follow me. No matter your age, I plan on traveling until I go 6 feet under. setting new fitness goals, no matter your age. Volunteering can be a big thing. You know, my grandkids are huge as far as a why. My kids and grandkids, being around for them, doing stuff for them. And as a matter of fact, teaching your grandkids about healthy things is huge. Healthy nutrition, fitness, different things like that. I do it by example. They see me doing stuff. Matter of fact, when I got to my daughter's house 2 months ago in July and August, everybody had the flu. Her husband, 2 kids all had the flu. And she couldn't believe, she called her sister after 4 or 5 days and said, Dad don't even have a sniffle, a cold, or nothing. And I said, yeah, I feel fine. Nothing wrong with me. I think that has to do with all the things that I do to keep my body in great shape. I just don't get sick. So think about something you would want to try, like Tai Chi, T-A-I-C-H-I. It's something I want to try. I've watched a couple videos, I've did a couple things. I'd like to find a little class that I can go to. Something a little different, something a little bit more relaxing, and you know, something that will help my body. Could be reading a book once a week or once a month. I got a lot of books I need to finish. I need to pick up the speed. So I need to change that. I'm going to try to change this because this sun is terrible. Hopefully it's not messing up my screen. But that's kind of what I want to do. And the next one is happiness or peace. It's a really big thing for me. Happiness can be hitting your fitness goals, can be hitting an emotional goal. It's really a big thing for me. Key example, staying connected to your friends and family. You got to stay connected to friends and family. Next is, for me, is spending time outdoors, in nature. Everybody needs to get out in nature. I combine walking and hiking when I get out in nature. It's something that I love to do. Practicing gratitude. You can practice gratitude out in nature. It's a great thing to do. Laughter, mindfulness, you know, keeping those things as a part of what we do, you know, on a daily basis or a weekly basis. You know, don't chase perfection. Even at our age, some people chase perfection. When they're trying to lose weight or something, if it doesn't happen right away, they quit. They automatically just quit. They give up right away. You don't have to do that. You don't have to give it up. You don't have to do that. But when it's just me and I'm hiking and stuff, and I got my cameras and stuff, and I'm out in the nature, it's really good for me, for my mental health, for the PTSD. And a lot of you know that, and you need it. So just remember that when you're out doing the things in nature, because it's really key for you. Now, but I'd ask you, what's the one thing that you truly need to do, that you want to do? That's the key. You want to do it so that you'll stick with it. That is the key. If you don't want to do it, you're not going to stick with it. So remember, it's not just about building muscle or anything like that, or how much weight you can lift. You know, it's about the meaning it has for you. It's not just about the movement, even though I move a lot, and everybody knows that. You know, so what you want to do is find your purpose, find your peace. Like, you know, I'm out of the country a lot. I love that because I can't stand all the crap that goes on in the U.S. So when I was in Vietnam for 3 months, I never even turned on a TV. I was in 5 hotels. I never turned on a TV, not one time. I don't want to hear all this crap that goes on. And so I kind of just, that's why I travel so much, to get away from it. I don't want to hear all this nonsense. But, you know, hopefully you got something out of it. If the message hit home, you know, give the channel a like, subscribe. And I know a lot of you share different things I talk about with a lot of your friends. That's great. You can always do that. Got any questions, leave me questions. Any topics you really want me to talk about, let me know. That's about all I got for right now, and I'll talk to you guys later.